My name is Alex. I'm the only one who can stop him. He was born with this curse, a curse that turned his skin a sickly shade of green and forced him to live alone in the woods behind our house. We were best friends until he killed my dog. Then I had to kill him. But he didn't die. And now he's out for revenge. When I was 12, Billy was the only kid in town who would play with me despite having a deadly secret. His hands were poisonous. Just a touch could kill you. If someone stayed alive after being touched by him, they wouldn't for long. They'd be dead within an hour from their wounds turning black and rotting away. The townspeople shunned him, believing he was some kind of monster. But I didn't care. I loved my friend no matter what he looked like. One day, while playing in the woods, Billy broke down crying. He told me that his father had taken him to the doctor one last time, hoping he could find a cure for his son. But the doctor just put him under a microscope and said, "There is nothing wrong with you. You are perfectly normal." That's when Billy snapped and killed him. I stopped him from killing anyone else, but it was too late. The townspeople found the doctor's mutilated body and blamed Billy. They chased him into the woods, vowing to kill him. I hid him in my basement. Every night he cried, begging me to let him go and end his life so he could finally rest. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. Even though he was a monster, he was still my best friend. Then one day, Billy disappeared. I searched for him everywhere, but he was gone. A part of me was relieved, but another part missed him terribly. I didn't want him to die. I wanted to be the one to take his life so he wouldn't have to suffer anymore. That's why I was shocked when a few weeks later, he appeared in my bedroom at night, his eyes filled with hatred. "You took everything from me," he whispered, his voice distorted and raspy from not being used in a while. "Now I want revenge." And before I could react, he lunged at me, his poisoned hands wrapped around my throat. I struggled to breathe as he choked me, his strength unnatural and terrifying. But as I looked into his eyes, I saw a glimmer of the boy I once knew, and that gave me hope. Maybe he wasn't a monster after all. Maybe he was just sick and needed help. With all my might, I pushed him off and ran out of the house. I didn't know where I was going, just that I couldn't stay there. I kept running until I reached the lake, where I collapsed on the ground, gasping for air. Billy was nowhere to be seen, but the next morning, I woke up to find him sitting beside me, his face pale and lifeless. "What did you do?" I asked, horrified. "I didn't mean to," he whispered, tears streaming down his face. "I couldn't control it. I'm so sorry." His hands were shaking as he showed me his palms, which were now a vibrant shade of blue. The poison had lost its effect on him. Looking at him like this broke my heart. All he wanted was to be normal, to be accepted by the world. But now he was dying. I immediately called 911 and told them to send an ambulance to the lake. But when they arrived, it was too late. Billy had already turned blue and wasn't breathing. I felt like it was my fault he died. If I hadn't run away, maybe I could have helped him. As I stood there watching them take his body away, I made a promise to myself. I would find a way to bring him back, even if it meant bringing back a monster. Years have passed since then, but my search has only just begun. I've read every book on necromancy I could get my hands on, learning everything there is to know about the dark arts. Some say what I'm doing is wrong, that I shouldn't bring back someone who could bring harm to others, but I don't care. I loved Billy, and I'll do anything to bring him back, even if it means unleashing a monster upon the world. Because if anyone can stop him from doing evil, it's me.